Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of White Album2. Let's continue. We're back to Japan, so let's go. Seems like meeting with Kazusa really was the last one in the Strasbourg, unless she decides to actually come here for the concert that Yoko planned and stuff. So we'll see if she actually wants to come back to Japan or not. I mean, we know that she wants, but anyway, let's continue. Let's see.
嘘マジ北原が俺より早く帰るって
Wow.
お前最近帰るの早いんじゃないか特に週末どういう事情があるか知らないけど仕事がおろそかになるのは感心しないな
Yeah, broke a lot of promises recently, so I have to go back home early.
想定してなかった海外出張に行ってきた上に帰国してきてから寝ずに働いているせいでちょっと疲れが残ってるかもしれない
早く帰れすぐ帰れゆっくり休んで来週頑張れよ
Suddenly shifted the tone. Nice. December 28th, Friday. When I come home from Europe last night, I headed straight to the editing department from the airport. And I've been organizing the contents of my coverage. From when the date changed and until it got dark again. I hate my outstanding ex-superior who set up this kind of culture.
どうだった初めての海外出張言葉とか通じたちゃんと仕事してきて
まあなんというかいろいろと無我夢中でとりあえず身振り手振りで無理やり話してたらいつの間にか仕事も終わってたって感じで
そっか、やっぱ北原でもテンパるんだな俺ちょっと安心したよ1年目で海外出張したやつの体験談を聞いて3年目で一度も行ったことのないやつが安心するな俺初海外出張はワールドカップ狙ってんですよそれまでにはきっちりスキル磨いておきますから
Of course, of course. Of course, Matsuoka, of course.
再来年だろそれ
I made appropriate interjections while listening to the conversation, but I couldn't focus on what they were saying. I stayed up all night yesterday, and I spent the whole day before the inside the plane. Sleeping in the economy class seats didn't do much to restore my energy. And the day before that, I spent the whole night making love to Setsuna, so I couldn't sleep then either. I don't have to censor! They actually skipped the scene. I cannot believe it. Oh, okay, he actually is tired. He almost fell asleep. This is bad. I fell asleep for a moment. And why I was standing here no less. Damn, yeah, go to sleep, Jesus.
やっぱやめとくかせっかく話がまとまりかけたのにしかも木崎さんのおごりで
おごりって
松岡がな俺たちも一緒に会って今から飲みに行こうって
今から
ほら北原のお疲れ会ってことで今回の出張の事情のこともあるし全部木崎さん持ちで松岡に勝手に話を進められるのは釈然としないけどま今回ばっかりはな
Okay.
俺帰国してきてから寝ずに働いているせいで疲れが残ってて
Even though everyone has working this late, they still talk about grabbing drinks as if it's natural. People in the publishing industry truly are unbelievable.
大間和さんにインタビューしたんだろなあその時の話
Yeah.
そのことですか
俺が立てたスケジュールには入ってなかったんだけどお前よくもそんな特ダネ仕入れてきたな母親とは正反対でかなりの取材嫌いらしい
Oh yeah. Especially with Haruki.
さすが元同級生俺もそんな強力なコネがあったらない
えそれはアンサンブルの編集長が取ってきた仕事で俺はただ言われたままに、
細かい事情なんかはいいんだよ
写真は全部編集長に出してきました手元にはもう1枚も残ってません
Because I was too afraid to keep any. Yeah.
まあいいや
Imagine Setsuna finding out.
聞かせてくれよ今日本中で話題の美人ピアニストのこと
勘弁してください俺 だからもう一刻も早く寝たくて。
Seriously, give me a break. If they make me tell them about back then, with alcohol involved, the regrets I've shed in the recesses of my mind will reappear. The Christmas scenery of Strasbourg and the dazzling snow fluttering about the city.
どうしてそんなに話すの嫌がるんだよ。昼間聞いた。お前やっぱさ、学園時代東間和沙と。
そんなことあるわけないじゃないですか。どれだけ夢いっぱい。
They are pretty on spot though. The reunion that no one thought would happen on that snowy Christmas Eve. If I mix alcohol with my sleepiness, I might let those forbidden words escape my mouth.
ま、いいや。その辺も含めて飲みながらゆっくり話そうぜ。
だから
編集部で一番の若手が飲みの誘いを断れるとでも思ってんの？
Wow.
俺が入った時なんかそりゃもう毎日のように誘ってもいないのに毎回のこのこついてきてたよな。おまけに一度も払ったことなかったし。
お願い、
Damn.
もう家に帰して。
あいにくだがすぐには帰れないぞ北原。
God damn it.
今から一緒にアンサンブルの編集部に来てくれ。
What's happening?
浜
Why are you so serious suddenly? The person who appeared was neither the guardian angel nor a demon.
その東間和沙のインタビューなんだけどな。お前、あれ本当に全部彼女本人のコメントなのか？
Okay, he got the full recording, I guess, and I guess no. Wait, I wonder like if Haruki like wrote this or he just gave him the raw material, because Kazusa made a lot of like comments there.
どういう意味です？
いや、北原だからそんなことはないとは思うんだけど、まさか質問し忘れてた内容を後で適当にでっち上げたりとかは。
Nah.
するわけないじゃないですか。そりゃ少しは言葉遣いとかに直しを入れましたけど、あれは間違いなくあいつの東間和沙のコメントです。あいつ？
そうだよな。北原に限ってな。けど、だとしたらこれは一体どういうことなんだ？
So he really just let like all these comments into the article, huh?
どうしたんです浜田さん。話が全然見えてこないですよ。
なんかまずいことでも書かれてたとか？
書くわけないでしょそんなの。じゃなくて。
いや。
ないでしょそんな。
そっちの話じゃなくてだな。日本公演は白紙の状態だって書いてあっただろう？
ええ。ヨーロッパ以外でのツアーは計画してるけど、それが日本かどうかは未定だって。
In truth, that was the comment on Mayoko made, but I'd say she has more credibility than Kazusa herself.
今正式発表があって、東間和沙の日本公演が決まった。1月27日。
Well,
もう一月後だ。
that's a shift from what we were told. Okay, that's an announcement. So Yoko somehow convinced Kazusa to actually come to Japan. And this is official message, so Setsuna is going to know this too.
ここだよね。
Yeah,
カズサがコンサートを開く会
all of
場。
them will know.
ああ、そうだ。
すっごいよね。何千人入るんだろう。いきなりこんな大きなところなんて、ほんと雲の上の人になっちゃったね。
That guy is concerned, for obvious reasons. Kazusa's coming back.
そう。
Io too. Kazusa's concert in Japan is confirmed January 27th and on Joku Art and Culture Hall. And yesterday, after receiving higher demand than expected, it was confirmed that there is even an additional concert planned a month later.
この前授賞式の時のニュース見たけど、すっごく綺麗になってたよね、カズサ。
そうか。そんなに変わってないような気がしたけど。
そりゃ昔から綺麗だったもん。でも今は綺麗さに凄みが増してきたって感じ。
Even since she found out about this a few days ago, Setsuna has been in high spirits. Yeah, even today, as we walk down the road to the shrine, waiting for the new year to come, she's unable to talk about anything else. Talk about how amazing her classmate was and about our big moment on the stage back in the high school. about homecoming of her friend after 5 years.
おい春樹
行くなよ。絶対に行くんじゃないぞ、コンサート。
Jesus. I don't really have a choice, probably. I assume that I'm going to have a job to interview her or something, and at the same time Cessna will want to go, so yeah, I don't think I have a choice.
さっきから何度確かめれば気が済むんだよ行く予定なんかないって言ってる
Yeah, no intention, but no choice. And the reaction of the other two is complete opposite of Setsuna. Distancing themselves from the merrymaking Setsuna, and whispering the same thing to me over and over again.
せつなちゃん無理してるだけなんだからな本心は違うんだからなきっと
You sure about that, huh?
セツナが行きたいって言ったからってバカ正直にチケット取ったりするのよ。
Not to mention they're assaulting me from both sides.
入れようにも瞬殺だっただろ
Yoko going to send you some, probably. They started selling the tickets online yesterday. There were over 2,000 tickets. They started selling at 10 o'clock and were sold out in less than 30 minutes. In that time, since so many people were visiting that site, a lot of people couldn't even load the webpage before it was all sold out. Jesus. Now the ticket price on auction sites is already 10 times higher than the original price. Yeah. Wow. That's so real. So true.
でもお前つてがあるだろお前の会社コンサートに協賛してるしなよく知ってるなお前
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, so the company Kayusha is listed as one of the sponsors for this grand concert. Yeah, so we going to get like free tickets probably. To begin with, though, Mayoko and Kayusha, or rather her and Assemble Ship Editor, have deep connections, so we are involved in practically all of their events. That's why there's a couple of tickets going around in our editing department. Yep, knew it. And even people who don't usually listen to classical music are entering a competition to get one. But I didn't join that competition.
それとコンサートに行かないだけじゃないぞ。
絶対に二人きりで会うなよトーマと
Yeah, about that.
もし向こうから連絡があっても無視するんだぞ。
そりゃトーマには残酷かもしれないけど
It's for the sake of the...
それがお前たち三人のためなんだからな
I get this, but at the same time... Okay, I will be neutral for this comment. And so the stereo speakers continue to repeat things around me.
そんな機会なんかあるわけないだろお前らトーマカズサを何だと思ってるんだ
北条大附属学園。
軽音楽同好会 OB 今日本で一番人気のあるピアニストだぞまるでアイドル
Her skill is certainly part of the reason she's popular, but the domestic noise being made right now is obviously not just about that. Tamayoko's daughter, the beautiful pianist, embodiment of the Japanese dream who made it big overseas. Just like a certain famous idol that came before her. In fact, people are looking at her with the same eyes.
来日したところであちこち引っ張り回されて大忙しでプライベートな時間なんてあるわけ
彼女の事情なんかどうでもいいよ。春樹はどうなのさ。
会おうなんて思わないよ今さらそんなつもりはない信じていいんだな
みんな早くそろそろ年が明けちゃ
当たり前だ
I answered with a sigh and lightly waved back at Setsuna, waves back with an exaggerated motion. The problem I have is that Haruki sounds like reliable and sounds as he's convinced that he wants to be with Setsuna and stuff, only to the moment when he sees Kazusa. Like, moment he sees Kazusa, like, all his convictions just gone. That's my problem here. He just... God damn it. Game really wants Haruki to go to Kazusa, I swear to God. Only 5 minutes left until 2013. Wait, 2015?
コンサート行きたいね。行けるといいね。
Huh.
今月の東京公演はもう完売だよ。追加公演のチケットは今月末発売だって。
そっか。次こそ頑張って取らないとね。ちゃんと発売日とか調べておかないと。
When the year ended and our shrine visit was over, we said goodbye to Taka and Ian and returned to the Minami Seigetsu. Oh, okay. So you want to try to get tickets for the next concerts. Okay, I see. That Cessna spirits were as high as ever.
せつなちゃん無理してるだけなんだからな。
I don't know if she's pretending. Maybe she is, hard to tell, but I think like Setsuna actually wants to meet and like talk things out with Kazusa. Like she wants to have a chance, at least, you know? Because in all the 5 years, she never had a chance to actually talk with Kazusa. And we know how emotional Setsuna was, like, about everything, just like Haruki. I don't know. Even though, like, Kazusa is, like, important for Haruki, I have a feeling like... Maybe it sounds weird, but I feel like Kazusa is more important for Setsuna than for Haruki. In terms of, like... emotional like relationship and support and everything. I don't know why. I just thought that's the case somehow. Anyway, 1 second. After saying this overly positive attitude, what Takaya said feels more credible. I feel a chill go down my spine.
だいたいさ、告知が急すぎるんだよ。来日が決まった2日後にはチケット販売なんて。かなり前に決まってたとしか思えないよね。
Yeah, like, there's like two things. Like, either like she really wants to see Kazusa potentially speaking to her, or she's doing that for Haruki's sake in her mind. You know?
決まってただろうな。
They started selling tickets 2 days after the concert was announced. People will make all sorts of assumptions at this rushed schedule. Like how they didn't want to let the popularity from their success in the Giovanni International competition escape them. Or like how they were pressured by some big advertising corporation. Or how they have decided on a concert in Japan a long time ago, but purposefully delayed the announcement to stir people up. Or how her mother was unsatisfied with the pace, so they were unable to announce it. But unlike those various speculations, I was supposed to know the real facts. The most reliable source out there told me that she wasn't going. That's why I told myself over and over that our reunion in Strasbourg would be the last time we met. Kosa herself said that it was over. She said that the only thing certain is that she is not going to Japan. But then why? Why did she turn over to what she said herself after a mere 2 days?
はるきくん？
なんでもない。さあ、
Yeah.
帰ろうか。
Yeah, Sasana is like weirded out, like Haruki acting weird. I mean, she may think just because like Kazusa's coming to Japan, so I guess that's normal that he would act weird. Like, oh god, that she's going to be in Japan. But anyway, yeah. I grabbed Sasana's hand and started walking along the road towards my apartment. I don't have to think about anything unnecessary right now. I should only focus on the New Year day I will spend with Setsuna. I will spend time with Setsuna in my apartment, but not long enough to call it staying over. Early in the morning, I will visit the Ogiso household and enjoy New Year osechi made by Setsuna and her mom. While being met with her father's awkward expression, I will enjoy my time there, as if I was part of her family. In the afternoon, we'll visit the shrine with her family. It will be our second time there this year. Normally, it would be rude to be imposing on them for the whole day, but in the morning of the second day, Sesta will come over to my place again. We'll eat the leftovers of the osashi from the day before and watch TV together, shoulder to shoulder. Discussing whether we should go buy a mystery cake or go out to hang out. But we'll be too lazy to move, so we'll end up spending the entire day in my room watching TV. Like that, lazy without any change. Yet it will be a period of time that allows me to feel calm, together with Setsuna in bed, without worrying about anything else, merely each other.
ねえ春樹くん。カズサに会いたい？
Straight up a question. I like that Setsuna actually asked this question. I really hope that Haruki would be actually sincere with this answer, you know, and just say to her, actually, yeah. Like, the relationship between the three of them, like, is complicated, and I feel like meeting with Kazusa is actually a good, like, choice. I mean, like, there's no good choice, to be honest. Not meeting with her is bad, and meeting with her is bad. I don't know what is worse. But yeah.
いや別に
I don't really want to think about anything else yet. Setsuna peers at me thoughtlessly, now that she has finally regained her calm manner.
5年ぶりだよ。日本に
Yeah.
帰ってくるんだよ。
だから俺には
あの時以来なんだよ。
やめろよ刹那どうしてそんなこと言うんだ
ごめんなさい。
Yeah, Setsuna can like really talk about the past now. Like, she changed.
いや謝ることなんかない俺の方こそ変な言い方してごめん
春樹くん。
けどさ刹那今日はなんだか変だぞ妙にはしゃぎすぎてる
うん。はしゃぎすぎてるよ。だって
Okay.
春樹くんが沈みすぎてるから。
I never realized. How those two only went after me and said nothing about Setsuna. From the viewpoint of the onlooker, was I the one acting strange?
だからその理由を聞きたくて。けれど
Yeah.
なんとなく聞きたくなくて、いろいろとぎこちなくなってるの。
Setsuna's growing on me. Wow. Seriously. Kazusa isn't what Setsuna was feeling conscious about. She's feeling conscious about me, who's feeling conscious about Kazusa. Yeah, like I said, like, one of the options is that she wants to go to the concert for Haruki's sake. That's one of the possible options that goes through her mind, probably.
ねえ春樹くん、カズサ日本に来るんだよ。
すぐにまたウィーンに帰る今のトーマにとっては向こうが故郷なんだ、
I'm feeling so conscious about Kazusa that I'm purposefully calling her Toma.
私カズサに会わないでなんて言わない。そんなこと神様にお願いなんかしてないよ。
刹那
ただ春樹くんのままでいてくれたらそれでいい。
As long as you remain yourself, yeah.
あなたのままで。
Setsuna was in high spirits because she was feeling uneasy, all because my uneasiness infected her. Like, I really like how Setsuna changed. I really like her character development. Like, she started to growing on me more and more. Maybe I like Setsuna more than Kazusa now. At least for now. Because we still didn't have like Kazusa in this like CODA arc, I guess. A lot. And Kazusa didn't really change since the introductory chapter. Setsuna, on the other hand, she matured. It's because I'm too conscious about Kazusa, because I'm too worried about her. All because of her and her whimsicalness. That's why I have to reassure her. I have to do away with Setsuna's unease. Oh! Oh shit! Oh, whoa, whoa! I just said I don't know if meeting with Kazusa is good or not. Why you give me this choice? Holy shit! Oh, why? I just said both are bad. I did not expect a choice here. Stay as long as you stay yourself, huh? You know what? If I would be like in Haruki place, what I would do on Haruki place? We already met with Kazusa in Strasbourg. You know what? I think like we need like a proper closure with Kazusa in order to like Haruki really move forward. And I will never meet with Kazusa again is a straightforward lie, I think. Like, seems like Kazusa changed her mind in like 2 days to come to Japan, so it means that she's going to try at least contact us probably. Or maybe wander around the city and we're going to meet her, I think. Oh wait, but... Hey, I wrote the options wrong. I thought like I will meet Kazusa, like in the concept or something. It's I met Kazusa, so you're going to tell about Strasbourg. Actually, both are the same. But slightly different. Here you just say that you met Kazusa, and here you say that I met her, but I will never going to meet her again. You know what? I think I would just go with the more simple option. That's less likely going to backfire emotionally on both of them, I think. Because I think I will just tell her that I met Kazusa before. I don't think like it's possible to never meet Kazusa again, like, and we know that the promises are very important for the two of them. And adding another one like this is going to backfire a lot. So we need to just straighten things up for now. And I'm going to tell her the truth. That you know what, I was afraid of telling you this, but at my job, I had to interview Kazusa. Yeah. So I met her. What am I doing? I'm thinking I can cheat a Cessna right now. Even though I betrayed Cessna once again. Even though I've kept silent about something of unparalleled importance. But I only told her from the start. I wouldn't have been tormented by this unease I know the reason for. And Cessna wouldn't be tormented by this unease she doesn't know the reason for. Yeah, see? Exactly. That's what I told. That's why I was like angry at Haruki in the Strasbourg. Like, you should have told her. But it's already too late. Entire week too late. Yeah. Oof. Now properly explain this. Because that's kinda bombshell on her right now. We already reunited long ago. The fact that I've hid this from Cessna all this time is the final nail in the coffin for the sin I've committed. Yeah. Yep. I'm back. Sorry for the sudden cut. If I would say nothing, then you probably wouldn't even know that's the cut. Anyway. With that, it seems that Cess understands everything now. Yep, we've been hiding a secret once again. You fucked that up, Haruki. After that, just like how people tend to talk at length when confessing their crimes, I told her about my week-long sin. I told her about how the job I was suddenly given on the 25th was the widely talked about exclusive interview with a young pianist. I told her that I didn't know it involved Kazusa until I had already landed. I told her that Kazusa didn't know it involved me either. I told her that on the morning of the 25th, after my morning stroll and the breakfast with Setsuna, I went to see Kazusa. I told her that when she was walking the streets alone, I was with Kazusa. Yeah, that part is fucked up. This part is especially fucked up. God damn it. And? Oh my god. Oh, you're really going to make me do this. Oh god. You're really going to make me do this. We have to be sincere. We have to be sincere. If we are talking, we may as well go for everything. Like, she's going to suspect something anyway. Like, she's going to question why you weren't with me for Christmas Eve. Is it also because of Kazusa? She's going to question something like this. So I may as well go and say this. So, my reunion with Kazusa was on the Christmas Eve. Then the tourist happened to be none other than Kazusa. The reason I couldn't attend Christmas Mass with her was because of Kazusa. The reason I broke our 1 week rule, which we had kept for almost 2 years, was because of Kazusa. We just degraded the last 2 years we've spent with sets, now with this like one confession here, because it's a week late. If that would happen like instantly, that wouldn't be that much of an issue, because like you would like actually share and talk to the person that you are with. Even if, like, you met with the ex and stuff, you know, like... You know, if you felt guilty about this, then talk to each other if you are, like, together, god damn it. No, don't wait until, like, you cannot, like, handle the pressure anymore. That's so fucked up.
ごめん、節也。
Ah,
本当にごめん。
you know, Haruki... Sorry have a limit. Sorry matters less the more you say it. It's losing its value. I knew it. That might have been a superfluous addition, perhaps nothing more than a meaningless revelation. On our first ever overseas trip together, I happened to have a reunion with Kazusa, that's all. Something I never told Setsuna when we were there. Something I kept secret between Kazusa and me, nothing more. But to Setsuna, it's far too cruel betrayal to say it's nothing more, yeah. But I tell her anyway, I can't keep it from her. Without knowing for whose sake and without knowing what I'm conveying.
そっか。
Oh god. This is so fucked up. And once again, I don't know where the plot is going. You're going to break up with Haruki because of this? Or you're going to understand why he kept it secret? Because we know why he kept it secret, like... It's not easy topic to just bring up. Like, I'm saying, like, yeah, he should talk, but he should talk, and if he can talk are two different things. He didn't want it to ruin, like, the past 2 years that they've spent together and everything that they worked up for in the past 5 years. And yeah, now it's basically waiting just deepens the wound. And that's the problem. At some point, our hands had separated. Of course, towards my place, of course, our course towards my place stops, and we look at each other in silence in the cold breeze.
あの時のごめんってそういうことなんだね。
ごめん。
That's a smart woman. She's noticed the changes in my demeanor today. But that's all she's finally come to notice just now.
春樹くんずっと悩んでたんだね。私が傷つくと
Don't act like it didn't.
言えずにいたんだね。
She hadn't noticed that the change in my demeanor had started as far back as that day.
彼女失格だね。彼氏のこと全部わかってるなんて思いやがって。
Why you say this? No one knows everything about the other person. You can't know everything. Even if like you are married and stuff, like you don't probably know everything.
違う。刹那は悪くない。ただ、俺が。
でも私が悪いってわかってるんだけど、春樹くんが
Oh no, we backtracked to 3 years ago. Actually to 2 years ago at this point. They're going to blame each other again, like self-blame. God damn it. We're back to square zero. No, please don't. Don't do this again. Sasna is still feeling tense.
それでもやっぱり話してほしかったな。
Yeah, exactly.
そう思っちゃう心を止められないよ。
Yeah, like I said, like he should have told you instantly. That was the matter between the 3 of them. Like, that was important for the both of them. It's just that her attention is now facing the other direction.
私だってカズ
Yeah.
に会いたかったのに。久しぶりに話
See, I told you, like, this is the other thing that why she wants to go to the concert. Either for, like, Kazuya Haruki's sake, or because she actually always wanted to talk to Kazusa. Also, partially he didn't say to Setsuna anything because he kinda knew that she wanted to talk to Kazusa. And he didn't want Kazusa and Setsuna to meet, I think, as well. Also, 1 second, I need to upload 1 episode. 1 moment. Okay, let's go. Let's continue. If I told her that Kazusa was nearby back then, I'm sure Sasuna would have wanted to meet her. Yep, pretty much.
3人で会いたかったのに。夜通し思い出を語り合いたかったのに。
Yep. As she met Kazusa, there's no doubt she would have been overcome with emotion. Yep, but these emotions are necessary here, I think. She'd have cried and laughed with a vigor strong enough to never separate them again.
でもそんな風に思ってたのはやっぱり私だけなのかな。
Haruki is too afraid of the past, basically. Actually, not of the past, of the future. Actually, both. He's afraid of, like, what would happen if the 3 of them met again. That only shows that his conviction towards Setsuna is kinda weak. I guess. And I'd have looked at the 2 of them with a smile, but at the same time, I'd been tortured by regret and suffocating feeling.
カズサは私になんか会いたくないのかな。春樹くんはカズサと会ってるところを私に見られたくなんかないのかな。
Yeah. Both, actually. Kazusa would have talked to Setsuna about their fond memories together. I don't know. Actually, probably yes. Kazusa just would, like, go along with the conversation. But at times, she'd go silent with a pained look on her face. Yep.
そもそも私だって本当にそう思ってたのかな。
And Setsuna? When she'd said her farewell to Kazusa and we returned to being just the 2 of us again, She'd have noticed her own deep wounds and cried without knowing why.
ごめん。考えがうまくまとまらない。今、春樹くんと
Yep.
笑って話せない。
Yeah, like she's now. I'm not sure if it's an accurate, but that's how I imagine a reunion between the three of us would look.
今日は帰るね。
Mm-hmm.
刹那
That's why I couldn't tell Cessna back then. I knew that no matter I told her, it would turn out like
し
this.
ばらく一人で考えたいの。考えがまとまったら連絡するから。
Wow. I like Cessna more than Haruki. Wow, I don't think I would ever say that, but Cessna really grew on me. Like before, she would never tell Haruki something like this. She would just like say like, I don't know, I'm going home, and she would just leave, or I need to think. And here she's like, yeah, like, nah, it's not over and stuff, but like, you know, give me some time. I will call you when I gather myself and stuff. So that's not changed. Like, there's like little things in her dialogues that, wow. Although knowing that the longer I kept the secret, the deeper the wound would be once I did tell her.
だから、その、
分かった待ってる刹那が連絡くれるまで
Yeah.
こっちからはしないから
ごめんね。
それは俺のいやおやすみ
Okay. Haruki also grew a little bit. Never mind, good night. Instead of like keep apologizing. Okay.
おやすみ。
Sasa turns around, going down the road in the opposite direction to my apartment towards the station. She's going to cry 100%.
ね、春樹くん。
Oh wow.
私も
Yeah, she still wants to be with Haruki. I knew it. I mean, like, yeah, like, this proves pretty much that Cessna, like, does it prove anything? I don't know what I wanted to say. Anyway, that's good. I like that one. But she turns around once more and forces a smile. Oh,
あ
okay.
こっちこそ
The forced smile is not nice. Yet at the sight of those eyes on the verge of tears, I can do nothing but wave my hand back at her. Yeah, you were so light with this, Haruki. Oh?
おかえりなさい。ハワイはいかがでしたか？
いやー、毎日ダイビングでした。
そう
Why we have dialogue for
いらっ
random?
しゃいましたか？
おい、北原。子供たちがね、ダイビングは今年初めてだったんだけど、すぐに僕より
Is there anything in
私
the
は大河ドラマへの
in
出
the
演
broadcast?
ますます飛躍が期待される年になりそうですが、
そうなるといいですね。それじゃ。
ありがとうございました。中島史郎さんにお話を。
And over there we have.
さてあちらには
There was nothing important actually in this one. Okay. So let me just cut here for a second and see how much I've recorded because I made multiple cuts and I'm not sure. Okay, I think I can still continue. So it's getting like awfully late. I don't know why. Did I really spend that much time recording? Did I make that many breaks? I don't know. Anyway, come on.
レイヤーと住んでますサーバーにアップしてありますからまず確認してください
January 4th. The moment I was back to work, deadlines came left and right for two different magazines, no less.
違うそうじゃないってお前俺が声かけるとどうしていつも先
Because he's Kazaoka the second.
すいませんここ1年の体験
Wow.
自然と防衛
Yeah,
反応が
fight or flight instinct. Haruki version.
そうそう。浜田さん確認しないで怒るもんな。
それはだなここ3年の体験から自然と叱り癖があとそれよりもお前車運転で
免許なら大学の時に取りましたけどでもペーパー
Why?
そっか。どうしたもんかな。
What?
なんです？車でしか行けない取材先なんですか？でもだったら俺じゃなくても。
Yeah.
ああ、いや、俺じゃなくてアンサンブルの編集長がな。
Okay.
アンサンブル？
成田に人を迎えに行く用事があって、できればお前に運転手を頼みたいってことだったんだが。
You fucking kidding me? We know where this is going. We all know where this is going. I'm not saying that. I know who is we're going to picking up.
しかも運転手付きって大物っぽいですね。
Uh-huh. Guess who?
これでしょこれ。北原くんを一本釣りするところからもさ。
というわけで今日の成田空港、お正月を海外で過ごした方々の帰省ラッシュで大変な混雑となっています。そして、
Mm-hmm.
東間陽子さん、上総さんの到着までは
Yay.
10分ほどということです。というわけで一旦スタジオに
Fun.
お待ちします。
ありがとうございました。到着次第また中継に切り替える予定です。では次の話題。
Assemble chef editor narrate on me. There's no need for Suzaki to point it out. I can already figure out what the answer these three keywords lead me to. I can see a video of Narita Airport and the screen of her phone. A noisy reporter is also on the screen, and it doesn't take long for her to speak the last keyword.
ま、そういうことだ。東間親子のお出迎え。北原なら向こうも問題ない。
Okay, so the problem is, do we tell Setsuna this or not? This is work related. Technically it shouldn't matter, but we know how last work related situation worked out. He went way too private with this. I mean, okay, work situation were work situation, but he met her with her privately as well. I think like, okay, even though this is just work related this time, we're not going to like accidentally meet with her personally and stuff. I think I would leave Setsuna the decision what she wants to do. And we told Setsuna that we are not going to call her before she calls us. So I would just send her a message that chief editor of the Assemble assigned me a job to take Kazusa out of the airport as the chauffeur. Maybe Setsuna would go to airport with us, maybe she would go herself, maybe she would just stay in home. I don't know, I would leave this for Setsuna, I think. But I think we should tell her, because if we don't tell her this now, there's cameras everywhere on the airport right now. She may be looking at the TV because she wants to see Kazusa, and then suddenly she can see Haruki just driving by with the car and like, come on, get in. We should send her a message before she sees this on the camera without us telling her. That's my thoughts. I think it's like lesser evil in this situation.
うわー、結構マスコミ張ってますね。今や時の人だよな。
バカンスから帰ってくる芸能人目当てじゃ。
今テレビで思いっきり名前言ったじゃん。少なくともこの曲は東間上目当てだぞ。
まあ憧れだった同級生の女の子が雲の上の人になっちゃったのを認めたくない気持ちはわかるけどさ。
Yeah, not just classmate, but yeah. If that's true, I wish she would have just stayed out of reach. I wish she wouldn't have come to me.
にしてもアンサンブルもかわいそうにな。独占インタビューの掲載に来日されちゃって。
これが隔月間の辛いところよね。久しぶりの目玉記事だったのに結局グラフに乗ることになっちゃった。
まあそのこともあって向こうさんにも恩返しの必要があってな。
Okay. I worked on the request of the ensemble on an exclusive interview with Toma Kazusa, but their article was moved to Kyograph due to the relevancy of the article. Due to that, they lost a massive scoop and we gained about 8 pages of pure profit. We even had to change the cover of the magazine halfway.
そんな事情もあるんで、なんとかならないか。ホテルまで送って、ついでに会食にもお供しろって。
And take part in the dinner?
この編集部持ち。
Ah.
でも俺半年以上運転して
Yeah, make excuses.
浜田さん俺
Yeah, pick Matsuoka. That's a perfect pick.
タクシーでもいいってよ。向こうが期待してるのは、車の運転よりも遠間家担当としてのお前らしいからな。
What they seem to want isn't the driver as much as you being in charge of Toma family. That's not good.
いやな、この間の取材、向こうの反応がえらくいいらしくてな。
Really now?
特にトーマ陽子に。
Yoko was. Is that an evaluation of the actual job I did? Or perhaps...
でもトーマ和沙ってかなり気難しくて、普段の取材だとほとんど喋らないらしい。あれだけコメントを引き出せたのは奇跡だとか。
へえ、そうだった北原くん。
どうなんでしょうね。別に普通でしたけど、まあ学園時代は確かにそんなところあったかも。
And I got interrupted again. I'm starting to losing the plot. Maybe I will just end episodes soon. Probably I will anyway. But yeah, seems like I'm going to get distracted all day long, so maybe not the best time to record. I wonder myself, normal, she's been behaving like that since high school. The first time I met her, she was making an enemy of the whole world around her for no reason. But now, the degree of difference in how she speaks to others and how she speaks to me, I don't know what meaning there is behind that aspect of her.
な、そんなわけだからさ、北原。
すいません。俺まだ今日の仕事が全然終わって。
そうか。わかった。
Yeah.
お前がそこまで言うなら。
俺だから俺が
Yeah, pick Matsuoka.
仕方ないから俺が顔出すわ。一応お前の上司だからフォローしとかないとな。
Sure.
すいません。ご面倒をおかけします。
Thank God, Jesus.
なんかそれ違くない？
Okay. I was like afraid they're going to keep pushing on Haruki this, but okay, god damn it, yes. Okay, good.
上司だったら会食じゃなくて仕事の方をフォローすればいいのに。
奥さんに電話しちゃおっかな。
I wait for everyone's downstairs to disperse and then quietly slip away. And I uncomfortably wonder whether my blunt rejection didn't come across as all too unnatural. That's a plus of the current situation though, in the game. I won't have to censor anything for a while. Because he's not doing things with Setsuna. Setsuna's going to give him cold days. Things went quite smoothly for my first day of work after the holidays. I was able to leave the editing department before 10 PM. At first, I just wanted to put on a show to run away from the job and pretend to be very busy, but before I knew it, I ended up finishing everything and my entire body felt worn out. By working non-stop, I can prevent myself from thinking about anything unnecessary and fully immerse myself in my job. You're doing the same what you were doing 3 years ago, when you didn't want to think about anything. Kazusa is back, and it's headline news on top of that. Even though I bade her farewell 5 years ago at the airport, even though I bade her farewell in my heart 2 years ago, even though I bade her farewell 2 weeks ago in Strasbourg, despite that, she returned. I never imagined that things would turn out this way. To put it more accurately, I very much did anticipate this to happen, but I forced myself not to even entertain the possibility.
お出口は左側になります。
I'm no good at all. Whenever I have the slightest time to think, I turn out like this. There should be nothing to be worried about. Her homecoming has absolutely nothing to do with me. It's simply that she could hire a prize overseas, which caused her to soar in popularity in Japan. Now she's simply answering to the Japanese demand. Yeah, sure, whatever you tell yourself. That's right, I have no involvement, no interest. I have weird interest in this character on the side here. For whatever reasons.
岩津町です。お降りの方はドアにお気をつけください。
ドアが閉まります。ご注意ください。
Ah, he missed the exit. Oh my god, he's on the station. This guy is still stalking him. He's still here after 5 years. Look at this smirk. Who is this guy? I would be concerned if I would be Haruki. I'm not supposed to have any involvement. I can't be allowed to hold any interest. What am I doing? This isn't where I live at all. Yeah, this is where Kazusa live. That's the problem. Why would I get off the train halfway? Are you going to Kazusa's house? I walk down this path that fills with memories and regret for over 10 minutes. Yeah. It's going to... Yep. Uh-huh. Oh wow. The greenery. How it changed. And the place I reach is a place that has been unsuitable for living in for over 3 years.
トーマ、
早く来なよ。
いや、こんな。
どうしたの？今になっておじけづいた？
おじけづくわそりゃ。
Yeah. The problem is like, yeah, like that time had such a good memories, and at the same time such a painful memories right now. But we can't change the past. We can only change the future. Or actually the present. Actually the future. Actually the present doesn't exist, because if you could talk about present, it's already milliseconds ahead in the future. So we always talk about future. We never live in present. Think about this. Gotcha. It seems that when Kazusa left, this place was still being maintained. But at some point, the nameplate reading Tauma at the front was replaced with the sign reading for sale. But because this building is so overly extravagant and spacious, no one can come up with the appropriate bid, so the building has been left without a buyer. Before long, weeds starts growing on the surrounding area, and what had once been our studio had lost any vestige of what it once had been.
本当にいいんだな、北原。ね、
やろうよ。私これ弾いてる北原くん。
I miss these times when they were just 3 friends together happy. I miss these times.
北原が
Simple times.
私が曲をつけた小木曽のためだけの歌だ。
Damn.
時間ないんだよ、春樹くん。あとたったの1日。頑張って私たちの曲完成させよう。
Our song. Uh-huh. We only spent 2 weeks here, never talking most of the time or only playing our instruments. So why do I only recall vivid and happy memories of this place? No. No! Kazusa is here! She came to visit her old house! The pain is just... Oh, god damn it. Of course she would come here, god fucking damn it, of course. That's my question. Why? I mean, I guess I know why, because you came to Japan after a long time and you want to visit your home place. Yeah, that's a good question. Why Haruki is here today? Just why? Yeah, just why? Why is the person making up the core of my happy memories standing right in front of me now? The core of my happy memories, huh? Not sets now. Well, that's awkward. After staring at me dumbfoundedly, Kazusa finds herself at the loss of words in the state of what had once been her home. Double checking the nameplate, peeking through the gate, walking around the house, and finally realizing the true length of 5 years.
母さんに
そうか。
見ない方がいいとも言われたけどさ。
そっか。
Okay, yeah, no one bought it.
見なけりゃよかった。
You've gotten your just desserts for abandoning this house, for abandoning this country, for coming back despite saying you didn't want to, for coming home despite the warnings of your family.
嫌なやつと嫌なところで会っちまうし。
I don't think you are genuine with this, but sure. For having a reunion with me, even in Japan.
お前、うちの編集長と会食って。
母さんに任せて抜けてきた。
Damn.
嫌なやつが出るって聞かされてたか
ら。
そしたらこんな。ほんとついてない。
God damn it. Like, I want Haruki to actually be with Kazusa, but I cannot abandon Setsuna at this point. It just doesn't feel right for me. It's like, I cannot go back to Kazusa at this point. There's no way. This is not natural. I mean, I don't know, I never been in a situation where, like, I don't know, I've been in a relationship and, like, my ex show up suddenly and I go back to my ex. That never happens. I'm still in a situation where I, like, talk with the previous love, basically, and, like, we have no problem just, like, sending messages and just talk. And, like, she's married at this point and stuff. But, like, it's not the same!
そうだな、お互い。
We both went out of our way to avoid each other, but in the way, we ended up meeting each other.
なんでこんなところにいるんだよ。どうしてだ、ハルキ。
Yeah, because of you.
別に大した理由なんかない。
Yeah.
気がついたらここに立ってただけだ。
God, I'm happy to have Kazusa, more of Kazusa. Ah, that was unavoidable. I'm happy I have more Kazusa, but god damn it. The turmoil. Come on. And that place was the place filled with memories of the three of us.
バカじゃないのかお前は。こんな場所に来たって。
Why you here then, though?
何の意味もないのに。
バカはお前の方だ。
Yeah.
そっちなんか意味がないどころか辛い思いする。
Yeah, speak to yourself, Haruki. Like both of you, god damn it. But the memories left by the three of us are long gone, without any trace being left behind.
ごめん。
I really can't call this anything other than bad luck. This is our first reunion in Japan after 5 years. We supposedly had a somewhat special relationship together back then.
帰ろうかな。
Yet there is no hint of any desire to celebrate our chance meeting, nor to reminiscence about our past memories.
今どこに滞在してるんだ？
Why would you want to know? I mean, I guess that's a normal question, but I guess it's a normal question, but it's still like kinda in the current situation.
ホテルだよ。最上
But
階。
it's still normal conversation.
どこのホテルかなんて興味ないよね。
Oh my god, she really wants to tell you where the hotel is.
スイートか。相変わらずだな、お前んち。俺には一生無縁な場所だ。
少しくらいセキュリティが高くないとどうしようもないって痛感したからな。ホテルのロビーにまで取材が来やがった。
Damn.
有名人だからな、今のお前は。さすがはジェバンニ国際入賞ピアニスト。
On the contrary, both tried to avoid a reunion in Japan. And now that we have finally met, our conversation goes less than smoothly.
私なんかまだ何も成し遂げてない。こんな駆け出しのピアニスト、ヨーロッパじゃ相手にもされてない。
そうなのか？
母さんには有名オケから何度も声がかかる。私はどこからも呼ばれたことがない。
Damn.
二人にはそれだけの差があるんだ。
そんなのこれからだろ。お前の母親はもう30年近くも第一線で。
そうさ、これからなんだよ。なのにそんな私がここではチケット初日完売。
Wow.
一度もやる前に追加公演決定。一体何の冗談だ。
そりゃカズサが日本人だからだろ。ヨーロッパであまり注目されないのも日本で注目されるのも
I guess, yeah.
そのせいだ。
向こうで私より活躍してる日本人のアーティストなんて5万といる。なのに
まあそれにだって理由はあるけど。
日本人の理屈か。私とは違う感覚ってやつか。
かもな。
Something that all Japanese people share or rather are utterly unified about. Is the way they get easily excited and bored about celebrities in a uniform manner. This is something anyone familiar with Western culture would find strange.
この国は異常だ。こんな何の実績もない小娘をマスコミが追いかけ回す。
Perhaps Sartorian's sarcastic remark about me, who is both Japanese and a part of the mass media.
本当にうんざりだ、こんな国。コンサートが終わったらすぐに。
But you have another one, huh? Scheduled.
なら来なければよかったじゃないか。
Wow. Wow. Haruki. Just spitting facts, actually. If like Kazusa would be here just purely for just like, you know, her job, then yeah, like she would get here to get like more recognition and stuff. But we know that was like emotional, partially at least emotional choice to get here. It was also obviously meant to start
日
something.
本には来ないんじゃなかったのか。インタビューでは
Exactly.
そう言ってたろ。
But it's hard for me to determine if she's really itching to start a fight or if I made a mistake in pushing back against her provocation.
来て
God damn it,
欲しくなかった。
questioning back. To be honest, in the current situation with Setsuna, probably not if I would be Haruki. But can't change the past now, huh? I mean, I would like to see Kazusa and talk to her and actually get closure and stuff. But that's like extremely difficult situation that I would like not to be put into.
俺の意見なんかどうでもいいだろ。俺が来るなって言ったら今から帰るのか。
Yeah, exactly. She did take offense in the end.
そうだよ。決めるのは私だって言った。だ
Exactly.
から私が行くって言ったら行くんだ。
Exactly. It was your decision to get here.
そうかよ。そりゃよかったな。
This is harsh.
誰も
But
私に
well needed, I
気持ちを変える
think.
ことなんかできない。観客だろうが、母親だろうが、ましてや、お前なんか。
Oh wow.
ファンの声は無視かよ。最低の芸人だな。あ、 それとも芸術家ならそういうの OK なんだっけ？
Yeah, now calling to her like artist side basically. With your
どう
fans.
してそうやってすぐ上げ足ばかり取るんだ。
Yeah.
俺のことを貶めるのはどうだっていいけどさ、本当にお前のピアノが好きな人だっているんだぞ。
Yeah.
失礼だと思わないのか？
そんなの関係ないって言ってるだろ。本筋と関係ないところで余計な説教しやがって。
本当は今言ったことちょっと後悔してるよな。ただ引くに引けないだけなんだろ。
Yeah.
だってお前昔から見かけより小心者で。
お前にどうこう言われる筋合いはない。何様のつもりなんだよ、ハルキ。
悪かった。
昔のまんまじゃないか。
You as well. I wonder why. Why is our first scene in Japan after 5 years? We supposedly had a somewhat special relationship together back then. Why can't we have peaceful conversation? One must it always degrade to pointless lecturing and emotional fits or of anger?
こんなところにいるからいけないんだ。
そっか。
Of course, I already know the answer to that question.
もう二度とここには来ない。
Uh-huh. We can't reminiscence here anymore.
昔の私が知っている場所には、昔の私を知っている場所には近づかない。
Because the history built up with the three of us has long since been cut off. And now we've divided into a couple and one person. And Kazusa isn't part of the couple.
じゃあな、ハルキ。
Yeah. We need like somehow cut off Kazusa actually. Sadly. Like this is not a situation when like Haruki can healthily talk with Kazusa while being with Setsuna. And the same for Setsuna. Everything was going great in the past 2 years, actually. Semi-great, I guess. We had a time skip, but we assume it was great. Like, Haruki wanted to propose and stuff as well. And then Kazusa happened, and again, like... I cannot. I just read. I talk too much sometimes. For no reasons.
バカにするな。日本語くらい喋れる。
Wow. Unlike during our time in Strasbourg, Kazusa is the one who leaves this time. But unlike the irresolute me, she walks away with her back held straight, never looking back. That's why I remain, irresolutely and intently looking at her back as she wanders off into the distance.
ごめんな、カズサ。
I'm really sorry for pointlessly angering you. Yeah, he did that to cut you off. Even though it pains him. And you. This is so good. What do we do?
いくらなんでも考えすぎじゃないの？刹那も。
Wow, we're back to Tomo. You're overthinking? That goes for everyone else too. What do you mean?
何が？だから、トーマカズサのことよ。北原
Oh shit!
があるんじゃないかって話。
Well, we're going to have this conversation later in the next episode with Tomo. Okay then. Tomo talking about Kazusa and her feeling to Kitahara with Setsuna. That's going to be fun. Well, I will see you in the next one, so click the like button if you liked the episode, subscribe for more, check my Discord and become a member if you'd like to see episodes earlier and support me at the same time. Thank you, and from Pocket Watch, let's get out.